it could have been a disaster. You guys don't understand. This could have gone a whole nother direction. So the fact that you guys are complaining, why didn't we blow them out? Bro, be happy that we didn't relive the whole Miami game all over again. All over again. What is going on, Ravens flock? My name is Drastic and I want to welcome you guys back to another video on our YouTube channel, Flock and Ravens. And on today's video, we're going to be talking about the game that we all witnessed this past Sunday. Week 1, Texans versus the Ravens at the bank. What a great game, especially if you got to witness the game in person. Because let me tell you guys, it is one thing to watch the game on your phone, through a tablet, iPad, your TV, at a bar, restaurant, whatever. That's one thing. But it's a whole nother thing when you get to watch the game in person at the stadium. M&T Bank Stadium, it's a whole nother thing. Because you literally feel like you're going to war with the players, all right? You feel every single play because every fan lets off this energy vibe each and every play. All right, whether it's the offense on the field, whether it's the defense, we're all on that field with the players, right? So I recommend going to at least one game in your life to each and every Ravens fans, especially if the game is at M&T Bank, because they just put on a great show. Compare M&T Bank to other stadiums. We might not be the best of the best, but we're definitely up there. All right. You guys have to experience this at least one time in your lifetime. All right. And with that being said, I want to announce that this channel is going to be giving away 2 tickets to the Ravens versus the Bengals game on November 16th. It's going to be, I believe, a PM game, a night game. Monday night, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to be giving away 2 tickets. They're good seats. They're very good seats. They're not going to be like all the way in the back where you got the fence like on your back. No. They're great seats. So we're going to be giving away 2 tickets. Now, we're going to do this once we hit 1,000 subscribers on this channel. So once we hit that mark, we're going to activate the raffle, the giveaway, whatever. I'm going to tell you guys what you guys need to do. It's going to be something very simple. I don't know yet, but it's going to be something very simple. Probably like a video, leave a comment. I don't know, something like that. We'll figure it out when we get there. But let's hit that 1,000 subscriber mark by November 16th. And we're going to get rid of these. We're going to raffle these tickets to one of the subscribers. All right. This will hopefully be my way of helping one of our subscribers get a chance to go watch the game at M&T Bank Stadium for the first time. For the very first time. Hopefully, whoever wins these tickets has never been to a Ravens game at M&T Bank Stadium. Right. Hopefully. But if whoever wins has already been to a game at M&T Stadium or away games, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to require the winner to have never been to a Ravens game at M&T Stadium, right? Whoever wins these tickets wins them. You could do whatever you want with the tickets. You could go to the game yourself. You could sell them. You could gift them. You could donate them. Whatever you want to do with them, up to you. But you already know what we got to do in order to raffle these tickets, right? So let's hit that 1,000 subscriber mark and we're going to figure this out, how we're going to give this away. And yeah, so let's get on with the video. But anyways, let's get back to this past Sunday's game, week 1, Texans versus the Ravens, right? It was such a great game. Obviously, we had a lot of lows and we'll talk about that. But we also had a lot of positive highs, right? And so let's break down this game. So let's start off with congratulations to the Ravens, each and every player, for pulling off this win, right? Let's start there. Let's begin the conversation there. Because I'm looking around at many Ravens fans, and a lot of people are complaining that we didn't blow out the Texans, that we didn't throw the ball enough, right? And I feel that the fans need to focus more on just winning the games than blowing teams out. Obviously, we want to blow teams out. We want to win by many, many points, right? But I think as long as we get the win, we're fine. Now, it wasn't even like we won barely. We won by a field goal. No. we got a very great lead. So I think we should just be happy with that. And here is why. Because look what happened with the injuries. A lot of the people who are complaining that we didn't blow out teams, we didn't blow out the Texans, I'm sorry. We didn't do all these passing plays that they were expecting and hoping to see this game. I don't think they realize how serious these injuries are to our team. Like the injuries that we had this game, very serious. That game could have easily gone a different direction. Easily. Because let's take a look at the game, right? When we had our entire team, the O-line, everybody, nobody's out yet. No one got injured yet, right? Lamar was running for his life. The O-line was not able to protect him the way he's in a way that he could be comfortable in the pocket. They couldn't get the job done, right? So we lost Ronnie Stanley and we lost our center. So our O-line was already sus, right? Yes or no? They were. Everybody saw it. So by losing our center and Ronnie Stanley, it just got that much worse. And although whoever came and took over for Ronnie Stanley and Tyler Linderbaum, they did a good job. They did a great job, actually. Because I'll be honest with you guys. Sam Mutzfer, whatever his name is, I can't even remember what team we got him from. But a lot of the fan base from his old team were complaining and were so happy when they benched him. Because he had this thing that he's always has false start. He doesn't snap the ball on time. He overthrows it, like overshoots it over the quarterback's head time and time again. He had too many issues, right? And they were like, why are we keeping him? Why is he still on the field? So we got that guy to come to the Ravens to back up Tyler Linderbaum. So the moment our center went down, I was honestly concerned.
Oh, don't cry, are you?
Because that's the last thing that we need. When we have this lead, the last thing that we need is for our center to overshoot the ball, to not snap the ball on time, to get us a false start, all of that. That's the last thing that we need on this team right now. And then to make things worse, we lose Ronnie Stanley.
What? Oh no. No, 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 no. Oh no. No, 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 no. Yo. I was so fucking scared. I was so scared.
This is one of our main legs to our O-line. And we lost him. So Lamar was already getting pressure from the right side. So now we got from the... It could have been a disaster. You guys don't understand. This could have gone a whole nother direction. So the fact that you guys are complaining, why didn't we blow them out? Bro, be happy that we didn't relive the whole Miami game all over again. Because I'm telling you guys, this game could have easily gone that direction. It could have. So that's one thing. Now, the defense, I got to give it up to them. They had their mistakes. They weren't perfect. But they played good. All right? And a lot of that is thanks to the linebackers. Let's be honest. A lot of that is thanks to our linebackers, Odafe, Patrick Queen, pass rushers, all of them. It's thanks to them, right? But, you know, they were still able to hold it down. Good enough, right? Although Robert Woods was just going crazy in this game, but whatever. So the reason why I wasn't so confident in our secondary, if they mess something up, we got Williams and Hamilton back there to kind of help fix or stop so that they don't go all the way, right? So that's kind of what got me to kind of calm down a bit, right? But the moment we lose Marcus Williams, now it could easily be a disaster. It could easily be a disaster. So if they decide, oh, okay, now we're gonna start testing whoever replaces Marcus Williams, their secondary, whatever, it could have gone another way. So again, I feel that we should at least acknowledge the fact that they were able to sustain the lead, right? Maintain the lead, because we could have lost it easily. So the fact that we were able to maintain that lead and not repeat what happened in Miami is a great sign. That's a great sign. So obviously, this is the Texans, and you look at their whole roster, it's going to be very different going up against the Bengals, right? Yo, shout outs to Jadeveon Clowney. Like I told you guys in my prediction for this week 1 game against the Texans, Jadeveon Clowney went off. He went off. He was on top of the running game. I told you guys, the Texans are not going to trust their rookie quarterback to throw 100 times in one game. They're not going to do that. They're going to run the ball. And Jadeveon Clowney was on it. He was on the money each and every time. Shout outs to Odafe Oweh. You got to give this man his flowers. For all of the fans that have been doubting him, that have been saying, yo, he trashed this and that, you got to give him his flowers. You guys have to start learning how to admit when you're wrong. It's okay to be wrong. I don't think it's fair for fans to trash other fans for being wrong. It's all right. Yo, you're going off by what you see. And if you're seeing something that makes you feel a certain way, that's okay. But where it kind of gets messed up is when you keep going with that narrative when they already proved you wrong, right? So for a lot of fans that doubted Oweh, David Ojabo, you got to admit you are wrong. You got to, right? Same for Ojabo. Shout outs to him. You got to give him his flowers. But let's not talk on Ojabo yet. Let's get back to Oweh. Yo, that game, Oweh, I think that has to be one of his best career game. It has to. This guy made like 20 plays in this game. So shout outs to Oweh in this game. Yo, I honestly, I said it in the beginning of the season. I said, I hope that Oweh and David Ojabo have the same effect as Roquan Smith and Patrick Queen. The moment Roquan came onto the team, Patrick Queen, a whole nother player, a brand new player. Okay, so I was hoping that we would get the same effect with David Ojabo returning from his injury, that we would see like a huge burst on Oweh, and we did. Although Ojabo had that forced fumble, yo, that was like one, I don't know, he had like 3-4 like good plays, Ojabo, right? But Oweh, like you just kept hearing his name, seeing him on the screen over and over and over and over. Yo, he was having a field day. All right. Oweh, I think he had bigger impact in this game than Ojabo. Although Ojabo obviously did that turnover. Doesn't matter. Oweh just kept back to back to back to back, like just going off, going crazy. Yo, same with Patrick Queen. Patrick Queen, I really like Patrick Queen. Even before Roquan Smith came on board, I was always a fan of Patrick Queen. Although his production was kind of sus because he had a lot of missed opportunities. You guys remember every time the ball would come his way, he would always drop it. It would really frustrate me, but I could never, even though it happened so many times, I could never be like, oh, okay. Let's just get rid of him. Let's trade him. Let's bring someone else. I wasn't on that vibe, you know. Something about him I really liked. So I was like, yo, like I feel like this guy has a lot of potential. He just needs some time. We need to have patience. And once Roquan Smith came in, you saw, like I told you guys, brand new player, a whole nother player. And now in this game, he definitely left his mark on the field. Each and every play. And yo, he was on it, bro. Like his energy, it could be like, I don't know, 2 yards back that he pushed the ball, whatever. It didn't matter. Each and every play, you could tell he was playing with heart, with a purpose. Like each and every play. And yo, the crowd, they were definitely responding to all his plays, each of his plays. So shout outs to Patrick Queen. Yo, like our defense really showed up. Our defense only held them to like 9 points, 9 field goals, I think. Yo, they play lights out. So you gotta give them their props, right? Brandon Stevens, bro. Yo. He had his mistakes. All right. Luckily he had, Marcus Williams, Hamilton right there to kind of help cover up some of his mistakes, fix all of that. And unfortunately, as we know, Marcus Williams wasn't there anymore after a certain time, right? But let me tell you guys, this man, I don't know, man. He impressed me. I feel that he really impressed me because my expectations were like close to the ground for this guy. I was so disappointed in our secondary. I was like, bro, they're going to play like trash. They're going to keep hitting them. We're not going to be able to respond. Like, it's just going to happen over and over and over again. Like I said, he had his mistakes. And this is why I tell you guys have to go to at least one game so that you could experience some of these things and you could see it for yourself. Because even Lamar, when he runs, believe each and every person that tells you it's very different to see him in person. This guy is fast. All right? J.K. Dobbins is fast. I'm telling you guys. So the reason I tell you guys is this is because there was this hit that Brandon Stevens did. I don't even know how it looked on your phones, on your TV or whatever. But in person, yo, you felt that. You heard it and you just immediately felt it. Boom. And this guy, like he slammed on the floor. I was so like, cause his frame, he's not huge. You get what I'm saying? He's not that big. But you could just tell like, yo, okay. These are the things that I look at because that's when you know that they're playing with passion. They're playing with heart. He knows and he hears all the stuff that's being said about him and the whole secondary. He knows and hears it. And you could take that and run with it in two different directions. You could either take it and say, you know what? Y'all don't appreciate me, so I'm not... y'all don't ride for me. Why am I going to ride for you guys? Y'all don't want me here. Y'all probably not going to keep me here. So they could easily just not play with their all, right? Not give it their all. Or they could take all that and help fuel and just make amazing plays. And I feel like that's what specifically Brandon Stevens. I can't talk for the rest of the cornerbacks, but for Brandon Stevens in this game, he definitely showed that he has heart, passion, and if we have patience with him, he's not gonna be top 5 cornerback. I'm not trying to say none of that, but he could be somebody that we could definitely rely on in case we do lose again one of our top corners. He could definitely be a solid replacement, right? Now, again, this is the Texans, right? So we always got to keep that in mind. We can't go off by just one game, right? We always got to keep that in mind because next week, it's a whole nother roster, right? So he could match up perfect. And this goes for every single player, all right? This goes for every single player. Because we can't pick and choose. We can't say, oh, this player plays very amazing with each and every team. That's not true. We all have our favorite players, and they always have that one team, at least one team, that they play horrible in. But we try to, always give them a pass and say, oh, it wasn't bad. Or we try to point finger at someone else, like, oh, no, but it was because of such and such, right? But anyways, I don't want to get too off track, right? So next week, it's a whole nother team. So we'll have to see how he does. If next week he can still play the way he played today, same goes with Odafe Oweh. Who else? Patrick Queen, which obviously we know Patrick Queen. We know what it's about. Same goes with Jadeveon Clowney. If they could produce like they produced this game, then I feel like we might not be as bad as we all think we are, you know? Obviously, there is room for improvement, right? There's always room for improvement. But we still got to give these players their props. When they do good, yo, you got to acknowledge it. You got to acknowledge it because, like I'm telling you, imagine you at work constantly doing your best and just like doing a great job, and your coworkers or clients, whatever, they constantly just overlook that and just say, nah, like you're bad, you're a horrible thing. Are you seriously gonna keep being motivated like time and time again to do your very best? No, there's gonna come a time where you're just gonna break and be like, you know what, whatever. Why am I even trying? Why try? Right? So the same thing goes with for these players. The fans definitely need to give the players their props when they do a great job.
You smart. You loyal.
I understand that we all wanted Marcus Peters. We all wanted Calais Campbell. We all wanted Justin Houston. The list could go on, right? They're not here. And if somebody in this game did a great job when they because they took over for such and such player, you have to give them their props. You have to tell them, yo, good job. Keep going. Keep doing it. Now, if it's a one-time thing and then the whole season they just trash, I can understand why you'll be on that vibe. But when a player does great, you got to give them the props. But anyways, let's go on to the offense. Now, with the offense, something that I want to tell all the fans, bro, like, we have to stop bullying our players to rush back onto the field. Because y'all be the first one, the ones that bully them to go back onto the field when they're not ready, y'all be the first ones to complain that they're injury prone. Y'all be the first ones to complain when the player that you bullied into going onto the field gets injured. Y'all be like, injury prone, trade them, release them, cut them. Y'all be the first ones. So stop doing that, because J.K. Dobbins, he knew something was not right. I wanted J.K. Dobbins back in practice. I did. But I didn't go on Twitter and everywhere and start saying, yo, he needs to be there. He needs to be there. I make a whole video of, yo, he needs to be there. Because it's hard. You guys don't understand how hard it is for these players to protect themselves from themselves. Like, Isaiah Likely, Mark Andrews. I understand we all want him back next week, right? But if he's not ready to go back on that field, what is one win? And we risk him getting injured for like 7 more games. And because we lose Mark Andrews, our offense is not operating as they should. Look at the Texans. Y'all complaining because y'all know why Mark Andrews wasn't on that field. Are you guys like willing to risk him being out for 9 games just for 1 game? Look, we don't have the same offense that we had 2 years ago. Okay? It's not just Lamar and Andrews. It's not. Now we actually have some solid weapons. Our O-line, I understand, is very sus. But we have other options we could throw it to. With J.K. Dobbins being out, of course, this causes issues. But like I said, we still have other options. So I think we got to work with what we have, because compared to what we had last year and the year before and the year before, yo, we have a great team, all right? We have a great team. We need to give our players a chance to fully heal so that we could stop complaining about them getting injured time and time again, because that's what we're doing. We're forcing, say with Marlon Humphrey, I don't want him back for the Bengals game. I'm be honest with you guys. I do not want him back. All right? Because I don't want him to make his injury worse where he's out for the season or he's going to be out until week 13. I don't want that. I'd rather him take his time, come back when he's when I say fully healthy, I mean 100%. Okay? That's what we need, 100%. We don't need 90. We don't need 80 because they're going to get hurt. They're going to get hurt. Not only that, but they're not going to play at their best. They're not. Because they're not 100. Look at Hollywood. Hollywood was playing great, but he wasn't at his best. And maybe that's the reason why there was a lot of drops or we felt like there was a lot of overthrows or whatever because he wasn't 100%. Right? So we got to wait until these players are 100% and then they could come back. Yo, another thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is our passing game because a lot of Ravens fans have been complaining, have been upset that the Ravens did not show us the passing game that they promised us all of this offseason, right? And for me, as Ravens fans, I feel that we need to count our blessings a lot more because we only focus on the negative. Every time Ravens give us some great news with a little bit of negative, we put all of our attention to the negative and we don't even acknowledge the good news, right? And I feel like that's something that we as fans, we have to stop. We have to try to count our blessings because we could have easily been like the Steelers fan base, the Bengals fan base, and woke up on Monday knowing that we lost the night before. And that wasn't our case, right? We didn't play a great game. We obviously had our mistakes and whatever, but we still came out with the win. And I think that's a very great way to start the season because let's be honest, a lot of teams, you guys know this, I think it was last year or the year before. Y'all remember how we felt when we played the Raiders. We started the season with a big loss. It was a horrible loss. At least me, I was like furious, right? So nobody wants to start the season that way. And that wasn't us. So we need to be happy about that. Another thing, in this game, the players who did not play during the preseason, they got a chance to go out against a team that is not a shot at the Texans. I'm sorry, but they're not a big threat like that, right? So they got a chance to go out and play this game as if it was their preseason. A chance to brush off some of the rust, right? And with that being said, now they're going to go into next week a little bit more prepared, a little bit more comfortable on that football field, right? So be happy with that too. Obviously, we took a hit on some of our players. We lost some players, but like I said, let's focus on the positive, right? Now, another thing, I understand we wanted to see the passing game. We wanted to see more of that on the very first night. We wanted to blow out each and every team. But I don't know if this was done for this reason or just out of luck. I don't know. But look at it this way. The Bengals don't have much to study when it comes to our passing game. They don't have enough film on us because it's a brand new offense. It's a brand new offense. This isn't the Greg Roman. Although I know we saw a lot of running plays, QB runs, whatever. It's not the same offense. I'm hoping that we don't run the ball as much next week. I'm hoping that we get to pass the ball a little bit more. But the Bengals are not going to be able to prepare for us the way they would if we would have like shown a bunch of passing plays. Now they have a lot more tape that they could study and be more prepared for. But now all they have is a bunch of running plays, a bunch of like short passes, whatever. Nothing special. So hopefully next week we just go shock them and punch them in the mouth. Hopefully, right? So look at this whole situation from that point of view. So we could use this to our advantage. The Bengals, they tried everything. They tried to play it safe. And then when they saw like, yo, we're getting our butts beat. Yo, they started getting desperate and we could use that tape to see, yo, if they're in a bad situation, whatever, what are they going to be doing, you know? So we could use all of that tape. We have so much to study. They have barely anything. Barely anything. So we could definitely use that to our advantage, and we're putting them in a very difficult spot, to be honest with you guys. Because like I said, it's a brand new system. It's a brand new system. They have zero tape. I mean, the best thing they could do is look at Todd Monken's college tape. But they're not going to do that. But that's the best they could do to just try to understand a little bit more of what to expect, right? So you got to look at, like I said, you got to look at the positive. You got to look at the bright side of things, right? And the biggest takeaway from this is we won the game. We won the game, and it's not, I would be worried if we won by like a field goal. I want the Ravens to stop winning games thanks to Justin Tucker. That's what I want. And we did that week 1. Week 1, the game was not down to a field goal. It wasn't. That's what I need the Ravens to work on. As long as they could do this week to week where we're not winning thanks to one field goal, I'm okay with that. If we blow teams out, great. But I'm telling you, whenever we win, like because of a field goal, thanks to, and no shot at Tucker because we appreciate Tucker, right? But that's how we'll see that the team is really improving. When we're not winning thanks to Justin Tucker. If we're winning thanks to Lamar, the receivers and all, we're good. This new system is working, right? Otherwise, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. So week 1, I feel like it was a very big success. Like I said, obviously, our players that we lost, a lot of people don't understand how bad this is. It's bad. Forget like, oh, it's 4 of our top paid players. Forget all that. Just what they mean to this team is what's going to hurt the team. Forget the money. They'll always figure it out. They'll figure that out each and every time. Forget that. Worry about what those players mean to this team. What we were expecting from these players for this season. They're out. So now what do we do? You know? Anyways, that's it for me, guys. I just wanted to give you guys a quick, I don't know how quick this video is, but I wanted to let you guys know my opinion on the game. And remember to subscribe to the channel. Let's hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. Make sure to share this channel with a family or friends so that they can get connected with us, so that we can get to that $1,000 mark. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, like I said, we're going to figure out how we're going to give away these tickets for the Bengals versus the Ravens, November 16th at 8:15 p.m. So yeah, make sure to share the channel. Tell your friends and family who are Ravens fans to subscribe to this channel, like the video, leave a comment down below with a hashtag #FlockGang. And yeah, let me know down below what you guys thought about the game. Where did you guys watch the game from? What's your biggest takeaway from the game? What player were you most impressed by? And what player kind of left you like, yo, what's going on? Right? So anyways, make sure to like and subscribe to this channel, and I'm going to see you on the next one.